It looks like we've lost another one. Hey guys, this is Julez. Welcome to my second channel. Now, I started a series just titled Everyone is Dying because all of a sudden, so many influential people, so many celebrities, so many well known names are dying. They're either losing their lives to cancer, health battles, accidents. Some have been murders, but it's just been rampant. And I know that this is normal. People live, people die. That's just how the cycle goes. And we know that around holidays, we see a big spike in that kind of stuff. That is something that a few people did mention in December of 2025 when I started this series because of how rampant it was. But guys, I'm recording this on February 19th, 2026. I'll probably post this on the 20th. And as of 30 minutes ago, I'm seeing Eric Dane has now lost his life after a long battle with ALS at the age of 53. Most of you guys know him as Sloan from Grey's Anatomy. Now, before my daughter turned 18 and moved out to go and do her own thing, we had started watching Grey's Anatomy. She even has a sweater that she created on our print on demand partners website that has all of the characters that she designed to put together herself. And I actually finished the entire series up to current after she moved. She sort of stopped watching it because she was doing other things, but I finished it. So all of the history with the characters and everything, like Sloan is a very well-known character to me. So that's really, really sad. I really just finished that about, I don't know, maybe like a year ago. If you're here from my main true crime channel, you've heard me mention watching Grey's Anatomy before and after my daughter had moved out to be an adult and all the things. So yeah, this is really crazy. And now I've had to text my daughter and tell her, and she's like, oh my God, I'm going to cry because she, again, watched that show, was really into the show, has him on her sweater. That's really, really sad. What else is really ridiculous here, and we're going to touch on this when it comes to James Van Der Beek as well. Apparently, cancer treatments were so expensive that Johnny Depp was allowing Eric and his family to stay in one of his houses for free because all of the money that Eric had to go to not only making sure that his family was taken care of after he passed away, and we're being told now that his insurance didn't even cover nurses coming in and helping him. His family had to take turns doing it. When celebrities cannot pay for medical treatment, we have a bigger problem than we think we do. But guys, we've lost so many. We've lost so many just in February alone. Now, I'm going to get completely caught up with the end of December into January and do some updates on some of these cases because some of these have other things going on, especially when it comes to updates on Peter Green. That one's a doozy, and some more information when it comes to Tommy Lee Jones's daughter. Turns out that, yeah, she did OD, and she was also about 3 months pregnant. So ridiculously sad. We're going to do all those updates coming up. But for now, I want to talk about just the past 2 weeks. And let's go ahead and start with Greg Brown, who was the lead singer of Cake. Anyone my age knows that band. We've listened to that band. We know that music. He passed away on February 5th at the age of 56. Now, I don't know where else to find information about how Greg actually passed away. All of the reports are just saying that he died after a brief illness. I haven't found anything that's given anything specific. So if you know what that is, please let me know down in the comments. And 2 days after that, we lost Bran Arnold. He was only 47 at the time that he lost his life to cancer. Now, I did a little video because I was actually live over on my true crime channel when someone came in and put it in the live chat, and I had to go rush and see if it was true. I saw Three Doors Down in concert when I was a teenager, and it was when Shinedown and Tantric were opening up for them. This artist, this band, this music has been in my life for over 20 years. So that one really, really sucked. This was after being diagnosed with kidney cancer. So that was on February the 7th. Then just a few days later, we have James Van Der Beek on February the 11th. Now, People my age know him from Dawson's Creek. He's been on other things, but that's the first time most of us saw him was on Dawson's Creek. He had a really, really big family and also died of cancer. And it seems like for some reason, the whole world sort of like gathered around that family a lot more than we've seen for other celebrity families where somebody has passed away. A GoFundMe was put in place, and a lot of people seem to be really upset at the fact that there was a lot of issues with him being able to get the correct treatment for the type of cancer that he actually had. It said that he was having to sell some of the Dawson's Creek and movie memorabilia that he had throughout his career in order to pay for medical treatments and make sure that his family was going to be taken care of after he passed away. A lot of people were really upset that people from the network didn't step in and maybe help him out a little bit. Now, granted, most people are like, oh, he's a celebrity. Why do we care about what could have been done for him? And so many people, okay, yeah, I understand that too. I get that. But when there's a means and it's not taken, when there's a way and no one bothers, it's good to sort of point it out. Now, this was 4 days later, and for a lot of people my age, maybe it's not going to matter too much, but the generation that's a bit older than me, this one definitely hit home. Robert Duvall passed away at the age of 95. He was surrounded by family, and we're told from his wife that it was very peaceful. Now, I watched Lonesome Dove all of my childhood with my dad, with him and Tommy Lee Jones. That's why when the stuff with Tommy Lee Jones's daughter was going everywhere, I had to figure out what was going on. I had to talk about it because these were personal memories for me, seeing stuff about these older people, these people in movies that have been a part of my life for a super long time. It's really, really sad when they pass away. And it's a deep memory that goes back so far. Like, I mean, like kindergarten, bro, watching Lonesome Dove with my dad in our old house. Crazy stuff. I did text my dad when I heard about this, and he spent the rest of the afternoon watching Lonesome Dove just to have a memory of Robert Duvall, because that's really crazy. Now, we also had Reverend Jesse Jackson pass away 2 days later on February the 17th. They're also claiming that he passed away peacefully and that he had been battling something called progressive supranuclear palsy, which is a rare neurodegenerative disorder. It says that it has some sort of effect on walking, balance, eye movements, and swallowing. Now, like I said, this is just for February, and I'm sure that I missed plenty because I have my notebook over there and I have a notepad on the computer and even some stuff on my phone and some bookmarks on Twitter about all the people that I still need to discuss to catch up the series. But I'm going to go ahead and label this as the very next episode in Everyone is Dying, because all of a sudden, literally everyone, they're either dying or they're coming out in the Epstein files. One of the two is happening, and people are just in the headlines constantly, and everyone's just really trying to keep track. But I will be coming back in again with updates on Tommy Lee Jones's daughter and the newest information in what happened with Peter Green. That one's just odd, but we are going to talk about it. Let me know what you guys are thinking about all this stuff down in the comments. Like, share. See y'all.